and Standing Orders 25A and 244C, I will now interrupt the business of the House to allow the Cabinet Secretary for the National Treasury and Economic Planning to make a public pronouncement on the budget highlights and revenue-raising measures for the national government for the financial year 2024-25 and the medium term. In accordance with the standing orders, I have also designated a suitable place in the chamber for the purpose. Honorable members, as I invite the Cabinet Secretary, I hasten to remind the House of the nature of today's event. First, the House will not make any decision on the pronouncement by the Cabinet Secretary. This is largely a ceremonial event. Members may wish to note that the House is still in the supply period, which commences with the consideration of the budget estimates and concludes with the enactment of an appropriation act. At present, the House has only considered and approved the budget estimates for the financial year 2024-25. As you are aware, the Appropriation Bill 2024 and the Finance Bill 2024, that is, the ways and means proposed to support the appropriations made by the House, will be considered at a later stage. Secondly, Order Kagombe. There was a lot of peace in the House yesterday. But you are welcome back to the House. Secondly, honorable members, I wish to allay the fears of a number of members who have approached me and raised concerns relating to the Finance Bill 2024. The House is not considering or voting on anything related to the Finance Bill today. Indeed, the bill is still undergoing public participation before the Departmental Committee on Finance and National Planning, and the committee is yet to table its report. Any concerns relating to the bill shall be adequately addressed by the House once the committee tables its report, hopefully in the next week. Thirdly, as stated earlier, the Cabinet Secretary is discharging a largely ceremonial function. Section 40 of the Public Finance Management 2012 requires the Cabinet Secretary to make a public pronouncement on the budget policy highlights and revenue-raising measures for the national government, taking into account international obligations entered into under the East African Community Treaty. As members are aware, partner states of the East African Community have a standing agreement to present and table budget statements to their respective parliaments every second Thursday of June, which is today. I hope the foregoing adequately clarifies the nature of today's event. And before I call the Cabinet Secretary, I wish to welcome our invited guests who comprise Cabinet Secretaries, Principal Secretaries, members of the Diplomatic Corps, and all other invited guests seated in the Speaker's row, diplomatic boxes, and the galleries. The Cabinet Secretary for the National Treasury, Professor Njuguna Ndung'u, PhD, EGH, you may now proceed to the podium.
Mr. Speaker, it is my honor and privilege to present to honorable members of this august House and the people of Kenya the second budget of the Kenya Kwanza administration under the leadership of His Excellency Dr. William Samoei Ruto, the President of the